We are going to talk about staying healthy this summer and have all the energy that those little ones have, right? The summer brings out the sunshine and longer days and new opportunities to feel better in our bodies and connect to the world around us. Today, we're going to be talking about, small, simple, smart choices so we can stay healthy and energized and support our bodies all season long. So we're going to start with first nutrition. So it's best to eat seasonally. And if you can, go to the farmer's market, or maybe you have a farm down the road from you and get their fresh produce, their fresh fruits, their fresh vegetables. Lean into the hydrating ones like cucumbers, berries, all the melons, tomatoes, the leafy greens. And the leafy greens are really good because they're have detoxifying properties to help our bodies remove the toxins that can come in through various methods. You focus on cooling meals. Think about lighter proteins, chicken, fish, beans. Think about maybe making a salad with a meat on top of it. There's two favorite ones in my household. That is burger salad. So it's like a ground hamburger on top of a salad. So it's like a Big Mac with like a Big Mac, homemade Big Mac sauce. And then the other one is a shawarma salad that is really good. It's just chicken thighs with shawarma seasoning on top of the salad, with a tahini dressing. It is so good. So those are just simple things you can do and are cooler meals for the hotter days that I'm assuming is going to be coming to North Carolina. Um, Minimize your sugar and alcohol. And that's hard for a lot of people because we've had so much sugar put into our bodies when they removed all the fat from the 80s. They've added sugar in, so we've gotten kind of addicted to it. Sugar can dehydrate and zap our energy. Um,
Mhm.
so same thing with alcohol. So think about, refreshing waters, some electrolyte waters, zip fizzes, mocktails, herbal teas. And if you want a sweet tea, think about a sweet tea and use an alternative sweetener like trehalose or monk fruit or Zevia, or just less sugar, just way less sugar. And then as always, if you're eating outside and you're having a big event, food safety. Keep your perishables cool. You don't want to leave it out longer than 1 to 2 hours because we don't want anybody sick. All right. Quick tip.
Mhm.
If you want foods that are healthy on the go, pre-chop your fruits and vegetables and put them into go containers. Uh, Opt
Mhm.
for plastic free. Think about maybe the mason jars or get some stainless steel containers. Those are all great options. So next we're going to be talking about sun exposure. Sun is really good because we need the vitamin D. Great time to get the vitamin D. That's when we generally don't take vitamin D in the summertime unless you're really low. And that's a Dr. Ingram issue. It's essential for our immune health. It helps our moods. Sunlight can naturally increase our serotonin, which is our feel-good hormone. We want to make sure that we cover ourselves with protective gear. Think about hats, umbrellas, um, light clothing from sun exposure. Make sure you only have like 10 to 20 minutes in the early morning without sunscreen or late afternoon, and then cover up. Use a mineral-based sunscreen. If you use one of the chemical ones, they leach into our body and have endocrine disrupting effects later on. And that's just a cascade that we all don't want to deal with. Um, Avoid being out in the sun in the peak times, 10 to 2. Go in for lunch, go in to read a book, go under a tree, under an umbrella, something. Make sure you're wearing sunglasses. And then think about the signs and symptoms of heat stroke. Be aware that, especially if you're with people or you're by yourself, it's rapid heart rate, confusion, slurred speech, red skin, rapid breathing. So if you think you or someone you know is getting overheated, get them into air conditioning, into the shade, and drink water as soon as possible before getting them medical attention. So we're talking about water, hydrating. We want to hydrate ourselves. So how much water should we be drinking? Half our body weight in water in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, which I don't think anyone here weighs 100 pounds, but it'd be 50 ounces. It's just easy math. Make sure you know the signs of dehydration, fatigue, headaches, dizziness. If you have a headache, drink water. Consider using electrolytes, and it can be as simple as coconut water with a pinch of sea salt, lemon with a pinch of sea salt, any sort of citrus fruit with a pinch of sea salt. Electrolyte powders. If you choose electrolyte powders, try to get the sugar-free ones with like monk fruits, stevia, Owl's options, or make sure they're really low in sugar. Because some of these electrolyte powders, if they have sugar as a sweetener, they put a lot in there, and we don't need that much. Consider, hydrating fruits such as watermelon, oranges, cucumbers, celery, which are vegetables. I just recently saw someone on social media take slices of watermelon. They kind, like they cube it up, stick it in the freezer, and then they took it out and took a grater and grated the watermelon and made themselves a slushy. And they put a little bit of maple
Mm.
syrup over it and a little bit of sea salt, which would be really good. But there's a lot of other ways. You may not even need to sweeten it if you have one of those super sweet ones. So all different options. So make sure you're getting outside. Beautiful weather is really good. We need to be moving our bodies. Think about outdoor activities you can do. Walking, bike riding. We have lots of parks here in the Piedmont, and if you're in the mountains or the beach or the coast, great places there too. Consider outdoor yoga. I know so many organizations now offer outdoor yoga, apt for the early morning or the late afternoon. Think about swimming. That's really good. It's cooling, it's good exercise. Just don't make it complicated. Consider short, consistent bouts of exercise, maybe 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night. It's if you're trying to do long ones, then you're more likely to only get it done occasionally. So being consistent is what matters. And then consider about, being out in nature because it's really grounding. It improves your mood and reduces stress and reduces your anxiety. So more movement with the sunlight will improve your sleep, your metabolism, and your mental health and reduce your cortisol. Talking about that, not cortisol, but being outdoors, check for ticks. And the way you check for ticks is after you go in, look for the tiny ticks, feel for them, do a body check around your ankles, armpits, behind the knees, your belly, and shower when you come in from outdoors. Excuse me. And I already talked about doing a tick check. Excuse me, guys. Don't panic if you have one. The risk of getting Lyme or any of the tick-borne vectors is low. Just, clean it up, use a tick key like this guy right here. Is easier to get it off. If you're using a tweezer, be careful. You don't want to squeeze and then have all the pathogens that's in the tick go into our body. And then clean the bite. Always clean the bite with soap and water or one of those antibacterial hand wipe things that we're using totally during the pandemic. My brain has just forgot what that was called. And then we want to build a community. Community helps keep us happy and healthy. Um, Building community reduces our stress. It supports our immune system, and it helps us stick to our habits, especially if you build a community with others that do the same habits that you want to do. You want to eat healthy, create a healthy habit group. A fun thing that we just did is we started a pasta night, like Friday pasta night. You can have a pasta, you can do it gluten-free, make sure the pasta is the minimal part of the dish, and then put on good proteins, vegetables. Make sure you have a good healthy salad. Start your meal with a salad to help your blood sugar, and then eat your pasta. Um, Consider going to the farmer's market for walking. Say yes to friends, neighbors, walk around the block with them. Have a potluck. Think about other things that you can do to keep a community and your body moving. Sleep if during the heat. It's hot. Sometimes it gets really hot here in North Carolina and we want to sleep. And if being so hot and being light so early and light so late can make sleep difficult. So try to keep consistent bedtime, aim for a cool, dark room, use room darkening shades. Um, if you need, put on an eye mask to help. Consider putting in a chilled rice pack, put a rice, pack of rice in the freezer. Like if you have it in a fabric bag and put it in your bed at night to help cool it down. Make sure you're turning your electronics off an hour before bed. Ideally, it'd be longer because you don't want to disrupt your brain for that melatonin production and to calm everything down. So make sure you're eating with the season, all the fresh fruits and vegetables. We have great seasons here in North Carolina, perfect shoulder seasons and summer. Make sure you're hydrating, getting out in the sun, move a little bit every day, even if you're doing a little hula hooping, which is a lot of fun and hard work. Make sure you're building connections, you're laughing, work on your sleep. Sleep is healing. So one thing I want to ask, think about one small thing that you can shift this week to kick off your summer. We can talk about that in just a minute. I'll stop my share and then I am going to stop my recording.